Hi, guys. Today I want to talk to you about some ways that you could get up to $2,000 in emergency cash fast. Now, before we dive into the details, of course, I want to talk to you about what fast actually means. Fast can mean anywhere from same day to 7 days, sometimes up to 30 days, depending on the program. A lot of cash benefits take considerably longer to receive, so we tried to focus on programs that can get you something within, as soon as possible for the purposes of this list. Now, when you are applying for these, it does help to have all of your important information in one document so that you can expedite those applications. That's going to include things like your ID, your social security number, your contact info, pay stubs, benefit letters, eviction or shutoff notices if you have them, past due bills, proof of address, lease mortgage statements, that sort of thing. And of course, we also tried to focus as best we could on cash programs in this list as well. Toward the end, we are going to have some non-cash resources like expedited EBT, things like that. But we are going to lead out here with some resources that can just pay you cash directly, because I know that's what most people need. And of course, our sponsor, Free Cash, makes it easy to earn cash as well. They have a $5 minimum payout for your first withdrawal, and then you can withdraw as low as 10 cents afterwards. So it's not like some of those platforms where you have to save up $20 to $100 before you can get your money. You can pull your money out of Free Cash very quickly. Now, with that, let's dive into our list. I want to start with expedited Social Security benefits because I know that's a really big deal for a lot of you who follow this channel. So, immediate payment is something that the field office can issue same day if there is a critical case when your payment is due but delayed. This has a maximum value of $2,000. So, if you're supposed to get your payment and it doesn't come in, you may be able to go to a field office and get a little bit of help there. They also have what's called an emergency advance payment or an EAP. This is an advance on your SSI benefits when you're facing an emergency and your benefits are delayed or not received. They're going to give you whatever is smaller, whether that's your SSI benefit rate, the total amount of benefits you're owed, or the amount needed for your financial emergency. So, whatever of those is the smallest number, that's how much they can give you through the emergency advanced payment. Now, the presumptive disability and blindness payment is a little different. You may be able to get up to 6 months of temporary SSI while your disability decision is pending if you have blindness, deafness, or another qualifying condition. They also have something called expedited reinstatement. So if your benefits ended because you were working and it turns out you can't work again, then provisional benefits may be able to provide you up to 6 months of benefits while the Social Security Administration decides what to do going forward. So those are your options through Social Security. There are other programs that may be able to assist you as well, such as one-time TANF or diversion cash benefits. So TANF is a cash program that helps low-income families, and the amount is usually really small, but it does go month to month. Some states provide short-term lump sum cash payments to help resolve or prevent a crisis that may result in you relying on those TANF payments long-term. For example, Texas offers up to $1,000 in one-time help if relatives are raising related children. Florida offers up to $1,000 in one-time help for work-related crises. And Washington offers up to $2,000 in TANF diversion for eligible families. If you're interested in this kind of support, you need to reach out to your welfare office. They're going to be the ones who handle, EBT, SNAP, Medicaid, that sort of thing. You're going to reach out to them and you're going to ask about diversion, one-time TANF, or immediate need TANF programs to see if those are available in your area and what it would take to qualify. Now, if you are working or banking with certain organizations, you may have the opportunity to get emergency cash there as well. For example, Chime MyPay offers advances of $20 to $500 in just 24 hours. If you want it faster, there you can pay a $2 fee. You must be a Chime user to get a MyPay advance, and I believe you have to probably have direct deposit enabled in order to get that as well. There are other apps like Earnin, Dave, Bridget, MoneyLion that also offer paycheck advances with no credit check, but those may also include fees and additional charges. I didn't look over those in detail. They are just what was recommended to me. So if you're interested in those, please proceed with, caution and evaluate those carefully. I do know that credit unions often offer safer alternatives. Some may offer low interest emergency loans or skip a payment options for members in crisis. I have an auto loan through a credit union, and they offer me skip a payment things at least twice a year, which are really helpful because then it frees up cash for other expenses. So that may be something that you want to look into. And there may even be options for gig workers as well. We do know that some employers have emergency or hardship funds, also sometimes called employee assistance funds or crisis funds, that can help workers who are facing sudden emergencies. Sometimes these are going to be interest free loans, sometimes they're going to be one time cash grants. It just depends. For example, some employers work with organizations like North Country Credit Union. They have an income advance program that allows workers to get around $1,500 to cover urgent needs like car repairs or rent or whatever. But that's something where your employer would be working with the credit union to facilitate those kinds of programs. You do have the option of reaching out to the credit union directly, but usually these are going to be employer organized for the purpose of like the income advance program. Now, there are also other options such as earned wage access that allow you to access the pay you've already earned before your payday. I've heard from several of you in the comments that there are different sorts of banking apps you can use that'll get your payday to come in a couple days early. There are also tools like Daily Pay, even things like that, that will help you cash out more frequently for a small fee instead of having to wait for your big payday. Now, in addition to that, if you have lost your job or had your hours reduced, you may qualify for unemployment as well. And those benefits can range depending on your prior earnings and where you are. There are some delays with that, so I wouldn't necessarily call that an emergency cash option, but it is something that may be available to you if you need it. If you are a veteran or a military family, there are additional resources available to you. Army Emergency Relief has a quick assist program that can provide up to $2,000. Navy Marine Corps Relief Society offers interest-free loans up to $1,000, and some of those cases can be funded in minutes. American Legion TFA has one-time grants of up to $1,500 for minor children of eligible service members or Legion members. And of course, there are other programs available to veterans and military families as well, such as SSVF, which provides rapid rehousing and homelessness prevention. You would need to reach out to the VA for more information about that, though. If you have been the victim of a crime, you may be eligible for crime victim compensation. A lot of states offer these kinds of programs, and they can help cover medical bills, counseling, lost wages, funeral and relocation costs, things like that for eligible crime victims. To apply, you will need to report the crime and file a claim. Your local crime victim assistance office or district attorney's office may be able to guide you through that process as well. Now, of course, if you're experiencing a natural disaster, there is a whole different category of assistance available to you. FEMA's Critical Needs Assistance offers up to $700 per household, and that may be made available to you very quickly. There are other grants available that may be able to help you replace your housing or personal things as well. Disaster SNAP becomes available in disaster areas, and this provides short-term food benefits. You can receive DSNAP if you already receive SNAP, but you get less than the maximum amount for your household size. In that case, DSNAP can make up the difference. You can also get DSNAP if you don't normally get SNAP benefits at all. They have some expanded eligibility there that may make you eligible for that. You can also call the Red Cross for immediate assistance after a disaster as well. Now let's talk about some help with specific expenses, and we're going to move through this pretty quickly. State and local general assistance may be available to low-income adults who maybe don't qualify for TANF or SSI. These funds usually aren't going to pay cash, though. They're usually going to put that money directly toward whoever you owe, whether that's a landlord or another company, so on and so forth. You can usually find this help by contacting your local town, city, or county government. It is not available in all areas, but it is available in many of them, and we have a suggested search you can run there on that slide. Now, in addition to that, Catholic Charities is a great resource. Again, they're not going to give you cash, but they may be able to help you pay your rent, utilities, food, or connect with other forms of assistance. St. Vincent de Paul is also a great resource. They often help with food, rent, utilities, and other basic necessities. That help is usually capped at $300, and again, they usually are not going to give you cash. And Salvation Army is another great resource. They often help with utilities, sometimes a few days of shelter, other forms of aid, Christmas assistance, that sort of thing. Again, it's not like they're going to hand you cash, but they may be able to help you with some of your expenses. And of course, there's always NetWish. This isn't cash either, but they can help you with a specific wish or need. With a maximum value of up to $200, you can make your wish at netwish.org. And then if you need food right away, Expedited SNAP benefits are a great way to get food quickly. You can usually get them in 7 days or less if you meet the requirements. To qualify for expedited benefits, you typically need to have one of the following: a gross monthly income of $150 or less and liquid resources of $100 or less, or your housing costs are greater than your income and resources, or you're a migrant or seasonal farm worker with less than $100 in resources as well. You can apply online, phone, in person, what have you, at your local SNAP office. Just make sure that you mention expedited service. If your utilities are at risk of shutoff, there are often assistance programs that can help you with that as well. In fact, if you tell your utility provider that you are applying for assistance, a lot of times they will not shut you off for a little while because they'll give you time to coordinate that relief. I know LIHEAP is currently under attack, but you can contact your utility company to see if there are any other programs in your area that may be able to assist you. And 211 is a great resource for connecting with those benefits as well. Now, don't forget to go check out our sponsor, Free Cash, for a great way to earn a little extra money quickly. And I will be back soon with more ways that you can save money and get free stuff.